What's up, fam? Back again with another DU Film Room. This edition, we're covering Frank Gore Jr., son of the legend. This is an exciting one. Let's hop right into it. Frank Gore Jr. is a much more competent pass catcher than we probably give him credit for. You see him securing an off-target pass there, forcing missed tackles, great contact balance. He doesn't exhibit the most lateral agility, but he does show pretty good short area quickness, ability to make guys miss in a phone booth. Here's a good example of Frank Gore's lack of speed and inability to really gain the edge consistently. You can see he's not exactly quick enough to gain that edge and burst through that hole right there that's available for him. Here's a good example of Frank Gore's vision and ability to shrink through tight windows. You see how he's able to get small right here, get through this tight space, shake off the defender. Here's another good example of his vision. I wish I had more all-22 of Frank Gore, but here's a good end zone angle. And obviously a really nice hole created for him. He follows his blocker there. Sees the hole, gets through it. Bouncing off defenders. Arm tackles certainly are not going to take this guy down. Like, that's just not going to work. Another good example of Frank Gore Jr. shrinking and getting through a really tight hole at the line of scrimmage. He's a really good between the tackles runner. He's not the best out on the edge, but here's another example, bursting through the line of scrimmage. He's not the fastest, but he certainly exhibits burst through the line of scrimmage. And here's another example of that, taking on two defenders. Fumbles the ball at the end here. Dad wouldn't be too proud. This is just excellent contact balance right there. I mean, this right here is shades of his father for sure. Here's another great example of that vision, but also those nimble feet, able to stay up through contact. Right, great footwork right there. Pad level low. Taking on defenders left and right. Again, another excellent example of Frank Gore's pass catching ability. Really competent pass catcher. But not just that, the move after the catch was nice. Check this out. First of all, high points the ball right there. Drags that foot. Lets the defender slide by. Has enough acceleration to pick up, get going, create some more yards. While again, I think he has really great quickness in short areas, you do see he lacks that long range speed to pull away from defenders. But definitely a really competent pass catcher, going high pointing that ball. Here's another great example of his contact balance, just bouncing off defenders, gaining extra yards, really tough to take down. Gonna have to do better than that. Gonna have to do better than that. And honestly, you see a big part of it is his ability to keep his pad level low. I mean, he's a little bit shorter guy, but he's stocky, really good strong base. Man, that footwork is so nice. See it here again. Another example of making defenders miss in a phone booth and shrinking through tight windows. Anticipation and vision right here. I mean, look at this anticipation, vision, and recognition to notice this defender and be able to make this move and force a missed tackle right here. Bam. And then, again, a little bit of acceleration in that short area to turn this edge, but obviously lacks that long-range speed still. Frank Gore Jr. doesn't exhibit elite speed or quickness, but he's a decisive runner who exhibits great vision and is an excellent pass catcher. And you don't always need elite speed at the running back position to excel at the next level. It's obviously beneficial and you want it, but it's not necessary, and he exhibits a lot of traits that NFL teams are going to want and be excited about. Plus, he's the former son of legend Frank Gore, which carries some weight, and honestly, he's basically a mini Frank Gore on the field. Thanks everybody who joined into this edition of the DU Film Room. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more.